So, okay, this one is for, oops. This mudra is for digestion. So what happens when we enter September, according to Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, is that our digestion starts to slow down. We go from a season of humidity into a season of dryness, and that can really affect this whole digestive system. So we take the right hand, I'm not going to mirror you, I'm going to do the same thing. And we take the pointer and the middle finger together, okay? And just hold it with the palm up. And then the left hand is the pinky and the ring finger. And then what it represents is this is the upper digestive tract, and this is the lower, okay? The hand mudra, Pushan, it's called. So I'm going to find my most comfortable seat. Of course, if you don't like holding the hand mudras, you don't have to, but again, it's the right hand with the pointer in the middle, and it's the left hand with the pinky and the ring, which aids digestion. So finding your nice long spine, relaxing and resting your shoulders, maybe resting your hands on your knees or your thighs. You can have your legs crossed or straight out in front of you. And finally, if you feel comfortable doing so, go ahead and close your eyes. And for this class today, just really connecting with our natural breath, just a really simple inhale through the nostrils. Exhale out the nostrils. Connecting with the breath and knowing that during the practice the mind will wander. Is it okay, Lisa? Can you hear me? As we connect with our breath, let's take this breath throughout the entire body. Take it all the way down to your sitting bones. So root yourself into the earth. And then let the breath come all the way up and out. Do that a few times where you feel that the breath goes all the way down to the earth. And then comes all the way back up and out your nostrils. Let's notice the physical body today now. And as we continue with that breath going down to the earth, notice how the body feels. Notice how your back feels, your shoulders. Aware of the middle of your body, especially that area we talked about, digestion, the belly. Notice your hips and your thighs. And your lower legs. Let's travel up to the heart center, right there at the heart space, and just pause there for a moment to listen and to pull an intention from this space here today. Maybe it comes up for you right away. Maybe it's just that one word that always sort of speaks to you, but whatever comes up now, let's listen quietly for our intention for the practice today. Let's go ahead and quietly with an exhale, release that intention from our minds and just go back to noticing our natural breath. You can release your hands now, especially if it feels that the hands feel a little bit tight after holding the hand mudra. You can release the mudra and just have the palms be facing up, the fingers are light. Go back to your natural breath. Just doing a couple more breaths here in the quiet. And then we'll go ahead and blink our eyes open together here today. And if you are seated cross-legged, you could go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you like mine are. And you can sort of start to feel into your legs, rubbing the outsides of your hips, maybe the knee joint, doing some circles, paying attention there. Wiggling, yes, pointing and flexing the feet always feels really nice. Even taking the feet in circles. And we'll start with a nice long spine. You can either be seated on something or not. And you can take this right leg and let's go ahead and bend the knee of the right leg here. See if you can support yourself with your hands. You could even have blocks under your hands if you need to. But if you feel that you can support yourself with your hands here, you'll go ahead and take that leg and just straighten it out in front of you and flex the foot. That's the inhale, and then exhale, bring it back and put the knee down. So same leg, let's try it again. Inhale, let's sort of flex the foot here and then bring it back in. Try that one more time. And then we'll do what's called half Apanasana or Arta Apanasana, where we're upright. We'll go ahead and inhale and straighten the leg, point it out. Exhale, hug it and pull it into your belly. So inhale, straighten that leg out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, straighten it out nice and long, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, let the leg rest down, and then let the leg release, and you can shift the feet out. All right, other side, we'll bend this knee. Just sort of feel that for a moment. And we're going to let that foot come down for the first three, we'll say. Inhale, we straighten and flex. See how straight you can get. Exhale, let it rest down for a moment. Try that 2 more times. Follow your breath. So what makes it yoga? The breath, right? So the breath is really leading the movement here. All right, now we inhale, we straighten the leg out. Then we exhale, the spine rounds a little bit as you pull it in. Inhale, press it away. A little bit of leg strength here. My leg feels it. Exhale, pull it in. And then inhale, last one. Pull it in, extend your exhale long. And then go ahead and rest it down. And again, shake your legs out here. You can even rub into your legs. We're going to go back to that right leg. And we're actually going to cross it over, really gentle. It's not going to be too tight here. Gently, we're not going to go into a twist. Rather, we're going to take this hand and sort of feel that we're opening up this outside of the hip here. So you can sort of rub into it here. Rather than pulling it, the knee is naturally pulling over to get an opening there in the hip joint. Feel that here. Nice long spine. Make sure your chest is open. Let's take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. All right, go ahead and uncross that. Let the leg go straight. Let's do the other leg. So prepping ourselves towards the end of class, we will practice, which is called Arta Andrasana, which is a twist. This is the bottom setup for it. But let's get our hips nice and open. Rather than pulling it, direct the knee over with the strength of the hip, the leg, the thigh. Have a nice long spine. You can even sort of rub into your own outer hip if you want to here. And then when you find stillness in it here, go to your breath. So inhale, you can close your eyes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale here. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Rub into the legs. Let's do an even pose to counter all that. It's a really gentle forward fold. So you might want to soften the knees a lot. See how you feel. Inhale, let's all reach our arms up and stretch up here. Exhale, fold as far as you can. It's the very beginning, so maybe a little bit of rounding happens. Inhale, coming back up. Reach up, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up and stretch up. And now let's go into it here with the exhale and then land the hands to support yourself. And yes, we can have it be a little more rounded. The chin comes in. The body becomes heavy with the breath, with the exhale. Soften those knees if you need to. Breathing here. Feeling the quiet qualities of a forward fold. Let's go ahead and inhale. The next inhale, reach your arms forward. Come all the way up and stretch up. Really open up the chest. Exhale the arms down. Nice. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open our legs up to a V. So again, we're in the beginning. We don't want to push it too much. You can still be seated on something. Opening the legs up here. Sort of just see how you feel in the middle here for a moment because we're going to twist it, okay, to the right. So pausing here, feeling nice and centered. Toes are up, legs are active. They don't have to be pinned. They can be soft. Inhale, reaching the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, going into that twist. You can maybe get the foot or the calf or the knee. Inhale, open up. Let's go to the other side, see what it feels like. Exhale, go into that twist. And then keep going. So the yoga of it is following your breath. The inhale is up. The whole exhale is down. And then let's stay on the right side. Inhale, open. Exhale, come on down. Stay here. You can rest that hand down. You don't have to hold it up, that right hand. Hold on to whatever you can with your left hand and move into the twist. Breathe into it. So, you know, you can take this as deep as you want. Your gaze can be down. You can look back. Use that exhale to pulse down. All right. On the next inhale, let's all come up. We're going to hold the other side. So come on up here. Let everything come back for a moment. Even take an extra breath. And then on your exhale, take that ride down. And use your hands to assist you. So hold on to maybe your knee, above your knee, below your knee, even your ankle or your foot. You know, sort of a little pulsing here helps. You can look down. You can look back for your gaze. Breathing into that twist. So twist will assist us in this season of September when things slow down. We can go to these twists. Okay, on the next inhale, let's all come up. Open, open, open here. Exhale the arms down. Nice. Okay, let's come to tabletop. Take your time. You can certainly kneel on a blanket if you need to. But now realizing that we are weight bearing here, so having the hands be on the earth, soften your elbows, get a little bit of space in between your knees, and let's go right into cat-cow. Inhale, curving the spine and looking forward for that back bend. Exhale, round the spine and go right into the cat shape. And then we're going to stay upright for the whole cat-cow series for now. So feel it in your body. Feel your breath. Connect the inhale with the back bend and the exhale with the forward fold. Breathing here. The head is going with the spine. So the head is following the spine, dropping down and lifting up just a little bit. We don't crunch the back of the neck. Let's just say we look forward on the inhale and you bring your gaze towards your navel center on the exhale. One more time. And then we are going to let ourselves come down in child's pose. So whatever this child's pose variation looks like for you, the knees could be together, they could be apart. You know, it's always sort of that tricky pose to get into in the beginning. You have a blanket, you can sort of play around with placement. Bringing the body down, you can certainly put a block under your forehead, or you could stack your fists to rest your forehead on, or your arms could be reaching out in front of you and really opening that armpit area, shoulder joint, all of that. We're going to knock this off center while we slowly walk to the right. So that lower body stays in place, but we walk our body towards the right. We reach the left arm up and over, and you can slide that right hand down. That's a nice side stretch. Breathe into that. A lateral sort of child's pose. Avanasana. All right, let's take one more breath here. We walk back to the center. Put your hands or your arms where you need to put them to feel good here. And then once again, as you knock yourself off center, from the navel center up, you walk over towards the left. Reach that right arm up and over and feel that. Support yourself with that left hand however you need to. Breathing, breathing, breathing here. Let the body drop down with the exhale. Okay, one more breath, please. This feels nice. Let's walk ourselves back to center after that breath. Give one more reach, one more nice big opening. Breathe here. And float yourself back up to tabletop. Take your time. So I've been teaching this transition of down dog. If you know that you don't practice it, you know that you can do a couple cat-cows here, or you can replace the down dog with your cat pose. So let's all meet here in tabletop to go into it today. We'll take an inhale, curve the spine and look forward, curl the toes. Exhale, float the hips for downward facing dog. Let the heels melt down. Take an extra breath here. Inhale, exhale. Let's come right back down to tabletop. Inhale, curve the spine to counter that. Exhale, child's pose. Right back into it. Inhale, back bend, curl the toes, exhale, down dog. And let's just go with the breath now. Let the whole exhale out. And just one more time, dynamic. Inhale, down to hands and knees for the back bend. Exhale, child's pose. This next time, we're going to stay in down dog. Inhale, back bend up in tabletop. Exhale, curl the toes. Downward facing dog. And I want you to stay here as long as you like, pedaling the feet, really having soft knees. And again, if you aren't down dog, you're simply cat-cowing it here, or you can begin to bring yourself up to standing. And if you are in down dog, do a few more breaths, and then slowly walk yourself all the way up to the front of the mat. You'll roll up to standing with the head, the upper body nice and heavy. Breathing here and sort of getting yourself situated here on the mat. Okay, so a little bit of space in between the feet. Soften the knees here a little bit. Let the shoulders drop down. So, and when we stand, we don't pull the shoulders back. Rather, we think about relaxing them, and we think more about the shoulder blades sort of kissing in the back, right? It makes like a heart shape. So the bottom of the shoulder blades kind of touching and kissing in the back will naturally pull your shoulders back a little bit to open the chest for breath. Breathing here for a moment. Feel into your whole beautiful body here. Nice soft gaze. Okay, we're going to practice standing forward fold first. If you need a chair in front of you or a block, you know you can put that now. We enter with really soft knees. Inhale, reaching the arms up, stretching up here. Exhale, folding forward, let that whole exhale out. We're going to come right back up. Inhale, reaching up and stretching up. We're going to go right back down. Exhale. Keep going. It's a very slow flow here. Your breath is what is really the center of the movement. Follow your breath. Let's come all the way up. We're all probably different. Let's meet here. And then let's let the arms come down. So stay upright for a moment. Let your arms down. Pause. Now we're going to go for the hold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, go ahead and fold forward. Start with really bent knees. Let the body drape down. You're either on your chair or your block if you need to be, or you're at the ground. Soften the knees and then decide if you want to begin to straighten maybe one at a time. You can sort of go back and forth. You could wrap your arms around your legs and sort of hold onto your ankles or bind the arms. That sort of feels nice when you bind the arms. It brings you down a little bit more here in the pose. All right, you don't want to stay too long. One more breath and then we'll release the hands. We're going to come up to halfway on the inhale. Keep that gaze on the earth and keep it there as you rise up, reach up to standing. Exhale the arms down. So the body has to come back. That was an inversion. Everything sort of come back too. And we'll begin to set ourselves up for standing pose of triangle. So I'm going to step over to the right side of my mat. Ladies, you can all face this direction if you want to. I am going to have a block with me and I'm going to open up with my left leg. You need to open up to where you can be wide-legged on the mat, okay? Let's point these toes. I'm going to say let's start with the right toes, point them out, just so we're on the same page. If you need to put a block there, you can certainly do that. So in triangle, we know that the legs are straight, but they can be soft. We're going to inhale and bring the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, go towards the right to go down to triangle pose. Reach your top arm up. We're going to do dynamic here. Inhale, look down, get that gaze, rise up, all up to standing. Exhale the arms down. All right, let's try that again. It's a little tricky coming up, take your time. Inhale, the arms float up. Exhale, we find triangle, same side, same side. Reach your top arm up, fix your gaze. Then when you're ready to inhale, look down to rise up. Slow and steady. Exhale the arms down. Nice. Okay, we're going to hold this next one. Let's pause for a moment. Give yourself a breath. And when we're ready, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arrive on the same side for triangle. And in the hold, we go right to the breath. We sort of wiggle around a little bit. We get our placement, make sure our block feels good, or maybe we're on a chair. You can look up. Sometimes looking up throws your balance off, so see if you need to look down or forward. Feel that back foot ground down. Feel the hip, your top hip that's facing the sky, pull back a little bit to open up. One more breath, inhale. Exhale the breath out, try not to rush it. On the next inhale, look down, get your gaze, this is important, then come up. Please, and then let the arms float down. Nice. Turn the feet to parallel, step the legs back together, and then let the body just rest in between the sides. You don't have to rush to the other side. Pause for a moment. If you know you're traveling with your block, you're going to take it. You're going to open up. Point your left toes out, since we're all queuing together here. Place your prop. And then get yourself ready here. Right away, open the chest, lengthen the spine. So when you inhale and bring the arms up, you're concentrating on when you come down on the exhale, you keep that length in your spine. Even if we're just doing dynamic first. Inhale, look down, rise up again. Exhale the arms down. Take your time, follow your breath. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, we go down with control, with control. Inhale, look down to the earth. Come on up. And then exhale the arms down. Okay, you know what that feels like today. Let's take a breath. We're going to go in for the hold. Inhale, the arms float up, the chest opens. Keep that long spine. Almost like when you come down, you're reaching for something. Come on down and then settle yourself into the pose. So find that softness, right? The Stiram and Sukham is the balance of strong and soft. We can certainly be strong in these poses, but let's find the softness as well. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale and look down. Let's come on up out of it with control. Let the chest open one more time. And then the exhale, that final exhale, the arms float down. Turn the feet to parallel. Step your legs back together. And then for everyone here with me, you can face the front of the room. Find the middle of your mat. Soften your knees. And just feel into your body and feel into the effects of the pose. So function over form. See how your side body feels. Opening up that whole area, the torso area for our digestion. Fix your gaze on a spot on the earth or something in front of you. Regulate your breath a little bit. Okay. Let's open up the feet. Let's say just about hips distance. So, you know, when I say that, I don't mean this, right? So hips distance, a little bit of space in between the feet. Going into laterals. Feet, heels stay down. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Let's exhale and tip over towards the right. Reaching here like you're holding a ball or something. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, tipping over. Let's try it again. Inhale, come back to center. Reach up and stretch up. Drop the lower arm and reach that top arm up and over. Try that on the other side. Come back to center. Drop the bottom arm and reach here. You can look down or up, you decide. And then inhale, reach up and stretch up here. Exhale, the arms down. Nice. The feet can stay where they are. You can keep them a little bit wider for this chair pose today. We'll go into Utkatasana, chair pose. All right, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the seat. Let's stop the arms right in front of the shoulders. Palms down, that's very grounding. Inhale up, let's go right back into it. Exhale down, slow and steady. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, we're gonna come up and inhale. We're gonna reach up and get that nice long spine. Stay here, just bring your arms down on the exhale. All right, you decide for the hold. You're either bringing the hands to heart center, or you could bring them up, or you could drop them down at the shoulders. Anything goes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the seat, go right into it. So maybe you go here and you'd rather be here. So yeah, you can switch your hands. Root your feet into the earth, yet have the toes be light. You could actually bring the toes up. It's a little bit of a challenge. Shoot your seat back and have your body be nice and strong. On the inhale, we will release it. Always a great feeling as you reach up and stretch up. And then on the exhale, draw your exhale out long. And as soon as those arms land down, release the body. And notice how you feel. You can move a little bit, go to your breath. Notice how you feel. All right, warrior one from the back of our mat. So let's go ahead and step back here to the back of our mat. Let's lead with our right leg. Right leg forward, left leg goes at an angle. The body wants to do this. It's comfortable here. So see if you can bring it back just a little bit. Don't force it too far. Find that balance here. And then we're going to open up from the chest today. So bringing the hands to heart center. This is Vajrayana Mudra. Inhaling, opening up and bending into the front knee. And then exhale, pull that back to the heart space. Inhale, we open up here. Feel the chest open. Exhale, pull it back. 2 more times. I want you to really follow.
Katie, I think you're frozen. Oh my God, tell me.
Okay, can everyone hear me? I don't know, you guys.
Yes.
I can.
Oh, you can hear me?
Katie.
Okay. Yep,
Yes,
okay.
you're back.
Okay. All right, let's lead. We're going to go into warrior one, Virabhadrasana one, leading with the left leg first. Left leg steps forward, right leg steps back. Let the body feel comfortable here for a moment, then bring it back. So when you bring it back, though, don't force it, right? Let's make sure we're all muted at home. Okay, starting with Vajrayana Mudra here. And about the weight distribution, see where you're putting the weight, right? Maybe even if you need to rock back and forth a little bit. All right, inhale, opening up here, bending into the front knee. Exhale, pulling that back to center. Keep going. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, open here. Let's bring it back in. Let's do one more time. One more time. And then give yourself an extra breath. Come to standing. You might either have to play around with the weight again even. And then right into classical, bringing the arms up, bending into the front knee. So if you feel that it's in your lower back a little bit, which sometimes I do feel, sort of hinge at the hips a little bit and turn a little, come a little bit forward. That's okay. Rather than forcing back, right? You can come a little bit forward. Root your feet into the earth. One more breath together. I know we've been here long. Inhale. Exhale, release it. Let's duck the legs back together, always from the back of the front. And then pause here and yeah, give your feet a little bit of attention. Even if you need to sort of rub into the hips. And really this act of softening the body. So soften the body, standing here, just in quiet. We call it Samastihati, this even standing posture. Go back to your breath. Feel the effects of the practice. Feel the effects of even just the idea of noticing your breath. Noticing your breath. That breath that's always with us here. All right, how about just a nice simple standing posture of dynamic Tadasana, your choice to lift the heels today or not. Inhale, reaching the arms up and stretching up here. Exhale, arms float down. Maybe the heels are floating down as well. Inhale, reach up. Clearing all that out. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then exhale down. All right, pause here for a moment. We'll all come to the front of our mats. And working our way down for a lower practice that I planned for you here today. Soften the knees, fixing your gaze, picking up a little bit of quiet here. Let's salutation down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take your time. Inhale here for a moment, halfway. Exhale, you're walking the feet back. You're going into down dog. If your body's calling you to do that again, maybe you know it feels best at this point to come into tabletop. I want you to make that decision. Wherever you are, you're breathing. You're breathing here. Let's say that wherever we are, we're giving ourselves 2 more breaths. 2 more breaths. And then we're all meeting down in tabletop again. Down in tabletop. Feeling that the body has come a little bit lower here. Opening the hands up, softening your elbows. Let's go into cat-cow, but this time we'll do for the exhale, child's pose. Inhale, curve the spine, look forward. Exhale, drop the hips back, child's pose. Keep going. Inhale, maybe the hips can even drop forward. Exhale, child's pose. If you want to close your eyes, you can certainly do that. Follow your breath. Follow your breath. And then inhale up and exhale down. All right, let's quietly come up and work our way all the way to our backs, actually. So if you need to sort of pause for a moment and just be seated for one moment before you come back, you can do that. Knees are bent. Let's keep our knees bent and our feet flat, and let's come all the way back, all the way back. When you come back, let your head lightly be on the earth. Let the shoulders drop. That will open the chest. Breathing here for a moment. Take those knees and hug them in towards your body for what we call Apanasana, a little bit of space in between the knees. And when we lightly rest our hands on our knees, we'll do dynamic Apanasana. We inhale, the knees go a little bit away from the body, creates a little bit of a back bend. And then the exhale, we bring them in towards the center. So inhale, the knees are pulling a little bit away. The hands are just sliding. Exhale, pull the knees in. One more time, dynamic Apanasana. Okay. Now, when your feet land down on the earth, walk them a little closer to your seat. We're going to go right into a back bend series, which is dynamic bridge. Let the shoulders relax. We will involve our arms. On the inhale, reach your arms back and float your hips up to go into bridge. On the exhale, float your arms down and let the hips come down. So we really draw the breath out long here. Inhale, we go up into it. Exhale, we come out of it. Follow your breath. Try not to hold the breath at any point. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's all meet down here. Let's bring the lower back down. Let's bring the arms down. Let's relax the shoulders. Let's reset. Soften your face. Soften your jaw. Soften your jaw. Let's go in for the hold. Inhale, reaching the arms back. The hips float up. We root our feet into the earth. Feel into that whole back bend, our spine. Keep breathing, please. We're not holding the breath. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready to exhale at this point, you will slowly come out of it as you draw your hips, your lower back down, your arms down, and then let that whole pose release from your body. Relax and release. Relax and release. All right, just to reset, to go on to the next sequence, we will hug our knees into our body for Apanasana. Maybe rolling back and forth a little bit. All right, we're going to keep this right knee close to us, but we're going to extend the left leg long. The left leg goes long. Let it rest on the earth. Let it rest. Okay, this right knee is up. The shin is parallel to the earth. And do me a favor and put both arms down on the earth. So we have one leg up. Arta Apanasana, one leg up. take your opposite arm, that'll be your left arm, and reach it back behind you as much as you can. You can even have it a little bit at an angle if you need. Reaching back, opening up that whole side of the body. Inhale, you're going to reach that arm back. And when you exhale, bring the arm back down and pull the knee into center a little more. So let's talk about it again. Inhale, reach the arm back, take the right knee a little bit away from the body. Exhale, let the arm come down, pull that knee in a little bit. So feel that, breathe into that. Inhale, arm reaches back, knee goes away. Exhale, knee comes towards your center, arm comes down. And then one more time, dynamic. This side only. Float the arm down, bring the knee in towards center, and then place the foot down here. Let that pose release from the body and hug the knees, both knees, into your body. Go back and forth. You can feel the difference in both sides already. Okay, keep the left leg close to you. Extend the right leg long. That's the beginning of the setup. Now release your leg, release your left leg. Put both arms down on the earth. Relax your shoulders. Your shin is parallel with the earth. So right now the knee is sort of directly above the hip joint. All right, reach the opposite arm back. That'll be your right arm, opening up on that side of your body here. Then we'll start the dynamic movement. Inhale here, right where you are. Exhale, arm comes down, pull the knee towards your center. That left knee. Inhale, reach the arm back, put the knee a little bit away from the body, a little bit beyond the hip joint. Exhale, pull it in and arm comes down. Really controlled movement with the breath. Keep going. Inhale, arm reaches back, the leg goes away. Exhale, pull it in, arm goes down. All right, last one to really work the hips today. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, drop the arm, pull the knee in here. And then go ahead and release the foot down. Bring both feet onto the earth here. Knees are bent. It is called constructive rest. Let the shoulders drop. Let your arms open up a little bit. Palms are up here. Breathe into the whole body. Breathe here. Notice how you're feeling. Okay, before we sit up, let's hug our knees into our body. Apanasana. You can choose to roll this side to come up, or you could roll right up. And when you come up, it's a little bit of a shock, right? So give your body a moment. We just did about 2 or 3 sequences on the earth. So just pause for a moment here. Legs can be straight out in front of you. We'll go right into staff pose. Hands come down on the earth. Soft knees, of course. Relax your shoulders. And using staff pose to sort of just come back to being upright. Since we were lying down, you can certainly close your eyes. Go right to your breath. Feel into your long spine here. Breathe here. Breathe here. Okay, moving to a seated twist. Arta, Andrasana. We'll take this right leg. We'll bend at the knee here. So we have choices here. Let me give them to you. You can stay here. You can cross it over like we did in the beginning. And to take it even further, you can bend this underneath leg and go into it like this, right? So that's a lot. Here, here, bending. I want you to decide, the main thing is important is our right knee is bent. We have a nice long spine. We have space to twist here. Let's just sort of breathe into it and start to move ourselves into it. Maybe coming into it once and coming back out, taking our time, and then deciding, are you okay hooking the elbow? Maybe it feels better for you to have the hand gently on the knee. Make sure that right hand, that right arm is supporting you. And make sure you have the space to breathe and lengthen. That final piece could be that you gaze over your back shoulder. Whole body is in the twist here. Breathing here from the navel center, whole upper body, rather I should say, is in the twist. And bringing that underneath leg in, you know, some of us like it, some of us hate it. Makes it a little bit deeper. Let's take one more breath and really let the twist do what it needs to do. Inhale, exhale your breath out. start to unwind. Take it in steps, bring the spine back first, help that leg, and then go ahead and rub into your legs a little bit. Okay. Let's shift focus to the other side. Remember, 3 options: here, here, here. See this side, not the other side. Pause here, long spine. Relax your shoulders. And then use your breath to move into the twist. Maybe you're just gently holding. Maybe you're hooking your elbow. And it's almost like, you know, we all have a belly here, so you have to sort of get the belly situated, create space for your center, long spine, and the final piece could be gazing over your back shoulder. Gazing over your back shoulder. And of course, knowing that we can close the eyes if we want to. Quiet, letting the poses do what they need to do for us here. Let's take one more breath, please. Inhale. Exhale your breath out. Take it in steps to unwind it first. Then if your leg is tucked, releasing it, uncrossing, and rubbing into the legs here. Breathing here. Let's follow right away with the symmetrical pose. Seated forward fold. We did it at the beginning, but let's see how different it feels. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Just a couple times dynamic, and then we'll hold it. Inhale, come back up, lead with your arms. One more time to exhale down. And then this time, have the inhale come up, get your long spine here, and then we enter into it with the exhale. Take your time. And when you need to bring the arms down, you bring them down. If you have a block handy, that block could go under your forehead, making it a little more restorative, but go into the seated forward fold and go right to your breath, right to the quiet of your breath. And knowing that at some point you could drop down lower, right? You could remove that block and you could come lower here. All with the breath. Even thinking about sending that breath to your hamstrings, to the back of your legs, that gets a bulk of the opening here. And your lower back. All right, one more breath together to end it. Inhale, exhale your breath out. Let's go ahead and lead with the arms as we come up with just as much control out of it. Stay tall. Exhale your arms down. Just a couple more seated postures I want to give you for opening. Let's go right into Baddha Kanasana. Soles of the feet come together. You know, if your knees are a little bit fussy, you can see how big you need to make this diamond. You can always prop your knees with blocks if you need to. See what you need to do to set this up that you can feel that you can create a long spine, okay? Breathe here, drop the chin a little bit, open the back of the neck, maybe closing the eyes. Baddha Kanasana. Okay, and then moving it right into what we call Utkatasana. We did something like this in the beginning where we opened up our legs. Now we're going to keep it centered. We're not going to twist it. We're going to keep it centered. So at this point, we've done a lot of postures. You might feel like you can open up a little bit. Toes are up. Your legs are pretty active. Before I give you the option to come forward, feel that everything is sort of wrapping back here, right? You really are rooted down. You really have a nice tall posture. And you don't have to pin. You can have soft knees. And then only if you think you feel like doing it today and it feels good for you, you could walk a little bit forward. That changes the way the whole pose feels. So decide what feels best for you. We have props. I even love to come forward and prop myself up a little bit. Even like this, right? Support yourself. Crocodile-ish here with the hands. Close the eyes. even if you just hinge a little bit at the hips and come forward, you're going to feel a difference in your inner thighs and your outer thighs here. Getting that opening. Pull the chin in, go right to your breath. We've done so many poses already this morning, really finding the quiet of this pose while you're still in it, and it's doing what it needs to do here for your legs, for your spine. Breathing into those inner thighs. And then let's take our time, please, to slowly come on up, slowly. Take those blocks out of the way if you use them. Help your legs come back. And now for this one, let's bend the knees and have the feet flat, and let's go ahead and sway these knees back and forth. Back and forth. Breathing here for a moment. Doing a little bit of a supine twist. Let's drop both knees to the right. You can stack, or you can open. Have a nice long spine. Know that you can prop, right? Breathing here for a moment. You can send this a little bit off center by twisting towards your right. Pause here. Breathe here. Let's think about the neck. Take your right ear and take it down towards your right shoulder. Please go slow for this. That's a big opening right there. Bring the head back to upright, really slow, really slow. Bring the gaze and the body back to center. And then bring the knees up. Let's reset, and we'll try that little practice on the other side. And again, when you drop down, see how you have to prop. See how you have to stack. Keep it open. Okay. A little bit of a twist towards the left. Not too far. Right now you're looking sort of right over your left knee. I want you to go ahead and take that left ear and drop it to the left shoulder. Slow, slow, slow. Side of the neck facing the front will open. You can close your eyes. Just as slow as you went into it, you'll come on out of it. Body back to center, and then let your knees come up to release. Okay, at this point, I do want to give enough time to set up for final rest with a guided yoga nidra, a little one. So, you know, our room is a little chilly here, so if we want to make sure that we can cover up properly, we can prop properly with a bolster. I can get, and if you guys need me here, I can help you. Okay. Coming back onto your backs. And talking about yoga nidra while we all set up, we don't ever want to create any sort of back bend in yoga nidra. We want to be pretty flat. It's okay to prop our legs and our feet for sure, but we don't ever want to have like a big chest opener in yoga nidra. Okay. So the legs are okay to be propped, your feet can even be a little elevated, you can even have your legs up the wall, but let's make sure our spine is flat, our shoulders are relaxed. If you have something, whether at home or here, to cover your eyes, you can cover your eyes. You don't ever want to cover your whole face, just your eyes. Yeah, especially here. And we're letting our body come into rest here today, and all month really extending this pose of Shavasana by offering a yoga nidra. Finally, if you haven't already, closing your eyes and going right to your breath. Inhaling and filling your lungs with air. Exhaling and emptying your lungs with a deep sigh out. becoming more and more aware of your breath each time you exhale, and feeling that you are releasing and letting go, letting the body soften. Invite stillness into your body now and be aware of the space that your body is occupying. Imagine that you are drawing a circle of protection around your body. This circle can be made of anything you wish. Light, maybe favorite flowers, fresh soil, or even limbs of a tree. Whatever calls to you, establish this circle now. And see and feel yourself inside of this circle. As you become more still, begin to feel the breath as it enters your nostrils and feel it travel into your lungs where it dissolves. Then follow its path all the way to somewhere outside your body where it dissolves again. You're not controlling the breath, but merely watching it move in and out of your body. Feel your navel center rise and fall as you breathe in and out. Feel yourself lying on the earth and slowly scan through your body to become aware of how you are holding it. You may recall the body parts that felt constricted during practice. Feel free to let your body adjust so you feel more comfortable. Let your awareness move towards sound, noticing all the sounds around you without judgment. Allow your awareness to move from sound to sound to sound. Let all the sounds be there. You are on the inside of your circle, and the sounds are on its circumference. Remember your intention that you set at the beginning of class this morning. Feel all of your body parts becoming heavier as you repeat your intention. Notice your body breathing. As it receives an inhalation, sense the earth rising up to hold you. As your body exhales, ask it to surrender into the earth. Every in-breath invites the earth to support you, and every out-breath is a trusting acceptance that you deserve to be held. Each time you exhale, a layer of constriction and tension is released from your body and mind. Beginning at 5, count back from 5 to 1, giving yourself 5 deep breaths. Now begin to transition out of the practice, noticing everything during this transition. Welcome yourself back and notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice the earth beneath you, and begin to deepen your breath. You can begin to wiggle your toes and move your fingers. A slow awakening out of your yoga nidra, reaching the arms back behind your head space, pointing and maybe flexing the feet. And you can certainly hug the knees into the body if you feel that you use that now, and quietly rolling to your side and maybe even trying to keep the eyes closed as you sit up for us to end class together. Sitting up to your most comfortable seat, giving yourself time, relaxing your shoulders, setting up a nice long spine, dropping the chin just a little bit in. If the eyes had to open, maybe close them again. And we've just practiced a grounding yoga nidra. So doing a little bit of self-inquiry and asking yourself, what sort of activity or practice makes me feel truly grounded? What sort of activity or practice makes me feel truly grounded? Something you can think about throughout your day. You can even journal about it. Bringing the hands to heart center to end practice together today, taking a nice big inhale and exhaling the breath out. Give yourself time, especially when we do a yoga nidra or a longer shavasana. It takes a little bit of time to come back. So, sort of moving the hands a little bit, maybe even, tapping the head or massaging your temples is really lovely. but being patient with yourself to come back, not jumping up right away. Thank you, everyone. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone here.
Thank you.